this?
Here we are. Good morning. We haven't been on in a while, so Happy New Year, Happy Kwanzaa, Merry Christmas. You know, whatever the case has been. We've we had a few things to take care of, and it's all settled and done, and now we're back.
I mean, you had a couple of things to take care of. It was the holidays and it was freezing. I wasn't getting my ass out of bed.
I told you we had a couple of things to take care of.
Yeah, my ass staying in bed.
Well, we took care of it.
Okay. What's up? What are you doing?
Nothing. I'm just trying to see if there's anything interesting.
Yeah, something about Jersey. What were we talking?
Yeah.
What were you talking
This
about
morning I was talking.
Yeah, I was driving and I wasn't even like, I don't even know what the whole situation was about.
We all say we're driving, and it always seems to be hard trying to get out of the state. Every time you get to the GW Bridge, there's always 2 lanes, 1 lane, 3. There's always a reason why you can't get across the GW Bridge in an efficient or timely fashion.
Okay.
And it's not due to the traffic. It seems somebody in Chris Christie's office, and he's the, let me get to it. He is, what do they call him? Port Authority. He's the head of the Port Authority of Jersey.
Right.
It seems that the mayor of Fort Lee, New Jersey, didn't want to do a cross thing.
What do you mean?
He didn't want to partner up with Chris Christie when he was running for re-election.
Okay.
His workers, his Port Authority aide, she's the director of Interstate Capital Projects. She's an appointee. It seems that she was annoyed at Mayor Mark Sokolich, and she decided to shut down 4 lanes into 1. I believe it said for the 9th to the 12th, for 3 days. She did this, causing a huge traffic jam, slowdowns, people being not being able to get to work on time, kids not being able to get to school on time.
They don't give a shit.
No, you don't understand something. She did this because she was mad at somebody.
Yeah, but she don't care.
Right, and then she blamed it when Christie confronted her.
Do you want to know what it sounds like? Do you want to know what it sounds like?
A spoiled little brat.
It sounds like what Obama did to us.
Right.
Because nobody wanted to sign Obamacare. Obama sat there and says, you know what? Screw you all.
Watch
and
what
I'm
I
going to
do.
watch what I do.
Right.
And that's the same shit like she's doing.
Then
you don't care what I'm saying. You don't like what I'm doing. Watch. I'm going to screw you all up. You guys got to travel. So I'm going to sit there and I'm going to block you all. So whatever it is, it is.
Well,
you know what? It's bullshit that they think that they have more rights than any of us.
But they do. It's obvious because
but what I'm saying is
now.
They feel this way.
Right.
But you want to know what? Without the people out here voting them in or doing whatever we did, which we're not in New Jersey, but the people in New Jersey voted her in. And God, you guys made a big mistake because this bitch got the rules over you.
Right.
She sits there and takes over the roads.
Well, Chris Christie
She
is
don't give a fuck.
I got to say, Chris
sorry,
Christie
excuse me.
really cleaned up Jersey. I believe in Chris Christie. I support Chris Christie. Okay? If he says he did not know about this, I believe it because not once in any of these memos or emails is his name mentioned or any inkling that he had any knowledge of this. And I just think it's pretty sad when people want to call other people a little Siberian, that's how you talk about the mayor of Fort Lee, New Jersey? Because he was running on his own merits and got reelected, and Christie ran on his merits and got reelected, which I'm sure they're both doing a bang-up job. I'd like to find out more about the mayor of Fort Lee and what he's got to say about this. But here, they made Chris Christie look like a total fool.
Well, I know for a fact the new laws that are coming out here in New York, me and you were totally blown away the other night.
There's so much going on.
Am I right or wrong?
There's a lot going on. There's a lot of new things happening, and it's just crazy. Like he says here, what she did, a 91-year-old woman died. Direct result of what this woman did.
What do you mean?
When she caused the gridlock,
Yeah.
there were 4 medical situations. One of them was a 91-year-old woman who was laying unconscious in the street and later died of cardiac arrest.
Because they couldn't get through.
They couldn't get to her. So this bitch, in plain English, this Anna Kelly, is her and this David Wildstein should both be held accountable for the death of that woman. Because they were mad at the Fort Lee mayor. They decided they were going to shut down his whole town, and they did it. And unfortunately, there was a fatality. And that is 100% wrong, and it has nothing to do with Chris Christie. You can here, emails. It's time for some traffic problems in Fort Lee. Got it? Are you kidding me? September 9th. The mayor calls the Port Authority on the first day of lane closings. Kelly asks if his calls have been returned, and she refuses to return his phone calls. And then the mayor of Fort Lee texts the deputy executive, Bill Baroni. Presently, we have 4 very busy traffic lanes merging into one toll booth. The bigger problem is kids getting to school. Help, please. It's maddening. Unknown Christie aide. It is wrong that I'm smiling. No, replies Wildstein. I feel bad about the kids, I guess.
See, that's exactly what I said.
The aide responds, wait, they are children of the Democratic candidate for the governor, Barbara Bruno, voters. Wildstein wrote. He's out and out blatantly telling you, here's another political person, and he's telling him, well, basically to kiss his ass, that it has nothing to do with his party, so he doesn't care whether or not those kids get to school.
That's the problem. Nobody gives a damn whether or not they go to school, there's an ambulance, there's whatever. You know what it is? It is what it is. They had their little office wars going on who's got the upper hand on each other, and it's bullshit.
Right. Well, here, the Wall Street Journal quotes Solkovich in a story about the lane closures. Christie's campaign manager, Bill Steffen, writes, Wildstein, the mayor is an idiot. Right?
Really?
Weinstein replies, it will be a tough November for the little Siberian. Meaning the mayor of
New Jersey.
Fort Lee.
Oh, Fort Lee.
But here is guys that Chris Christie depended on, that helped them, that was supposed to be dedicated to helping the people in New Jersey. And here they're insulting the mayor of Fort Lee, calling him a little Siberian. Too bad it wasn't our political party's kids that are stuck in traffic. Too bad that this lady died. We're going to do what we want because we don't like him. Well, I think it's pretty goddamn sad. You know? Now they want to try to charge, what do they got here? Chris Christie could face federal criminal investigation into Bridgegate. You know, they want him to answer for this orchestrated traffic nightmare. He didn't do it. The director of Port Authority and those 2 appointees did it, and now Chris Christie is going to be under investigation for something they did. Chris Christie needs to fire these people and reappoint people who are going to actually do the job without having an opinion or a desire to jam up the world. Well, good luck to you, Mr.
You know what?
Christie.
They don't seem to give a damn about
No,
men preys on men for dating site.
you just don't do that. You just don't do that.
They don't care. Ooh. Anything good going on?
Yeah, I can look up the skirt of Michelle Rodriguez.
The fuck?
She
Sorry, bad language.
was caught kissing Carla de Valga, whatever her name is. Michelle kicks things up a notch outside of Madison Square Garden.
Who is she?
That was Vin Diesel's girlfriend in the movie. She
That
was in
don't look
Machete.
like her.
Yeah, she was in Machete.
Oh God, she looks awful. What is her problem?
She's out of control, and she was caught kissing Michelle Rodriguez and Carla Devonganu, whatever her name is, were caught kissing, and then they have some sort of relationship with Rihanna and Rita Ora. Who cares? But she's making an ass out of herself. But what are you going to do?
Enjoy.
Yeah, knock yourself out. You have millions of dollars, and you're going to run around like a street urchin.
I'm trying to see the situation on here. We've been getting a lot of things in the news about Michael Jackson. How true do you think it is?
Yeah, that was the other thing. On the internet, they
Fix
were
your
saying that they found the body at Neverland,
Mm-hmm.
and it was in a 6-inch or an 8-inch
Yeah,
shallow grave, very
Yeah.
shallow.
underneath the
Railroad
rail
tracks.
of the train that goes around Neverland.
Right.
It was about 6 inches, but that's like a foot. How can you?
6 inches is
So what must have happened? They must have buried him deeper, and it must have come up.
this is about 6 inches.
Right, but what I'm saying is, he must have been buried deeper,
Right. Well,
and from being under the tracks and the years
could
have
you
gone
pull
by.
that up? No. Now,
Actually, I probably could.
here's the thing. They're supposedly the person had a sparkling glove and the same jacket that was worn in the Bad video by Michael Jackson. Because they're saying that they did DNA. They did DNA and they found that it is the actual body of Michael Jackson. And that the guy this person that's recently passed, the person that just recently passed was an actual Michael Jackson impersonator.
I got to see if frozen body.
You know,
Hold on a minute.
it seems that the police in California are investigating this real hard.
Frozen body of Michael Jackson found. Corpse of the real Neverland investigators discover corpse of real Michael Jackson, but that was in 2005. 6 days ago.
No.
Hold on, the story circulating. Michael Jackson's body. Okay, hold on. This might be it here.
How could they discover it in 2005 if they
Okay, hold on. Sorry. A story in circulation claims that Michael Jackson's body was discovered buried in Neverland Ranch years before the singer's death. No, that one's wrong. Oh, wait, hold on. The story states that living Jackson was, he expects.
Well, the point is that I'm making is right after Thriller and all those good albums that Michael did, that's when all of a sudden he had a shitload of plastic surgery.
Yes.
And it was always covering his face, covering his head. And for years, everybody just kept on saying he's an eccentric, he's an eccentric. I don't believe he was an eccentric. This right now is kind of...
Okay, this is it. it says during the search for evidence
Right.
for evidence at the Neverland Ranch, investigators discovered a corpse that has been identified as Michael Jackson. Santa Barbara police officially announced Tuesday, which was last week, corpse has been officially pronounced Michael Jackson's dead, from which we can tell had died between 18 and 20 years ago. Forensics investigators said, we are not certain at this time who and what has been standing trial in a San Maria court. All right. It says, a report in 2005 published, Orion said Jackson's corpse was found in Neverland Ranch. It's stating that
Now,
they're
in
not sure.
2009, this also surfaced.
No, he died in 2009. Jackson died in 2009.
Okay.
Pronounced dead from what we are told. And he died, from what we can tell, he died between 18 and 20 years ago. A fake quoted in an article, Jackson's corpse was buried just inches below a structure of a miniature train track that ran through the Neverland Ranch. A largely decayed corpse wore a remaining red zipper leather coat and a single glove. So they're trying to sit there and say, they're sitting there trying to say that it's bullshit, but
is it possible? But then why are they showing you pictures of the Neverland and then pulling a body out of them from under the ground?
don't know.
Am I right? Am I wrong?
It's I don't know. You don't know if it's true or if it's not true, but the only way of doing it, because technically, those kids that are his, that he had years later, are probably of the one guy who just passed. But Michael Jackson, you don't know if that was him that they actually found, but the body that they found is coming up with Michael's DNA and his teeth records.
And his dental records.
Yep.
That's really, it's kind of like something to swallow. And I think his family, and I guarantee his father, Joe Jackson, is totally dead set of exhuming the body of the guy that claimed to be Michael Jackson.
Right. They should.
Comparing the DNA to put it to rest.
They should. Because technically, I guarantee that the one that they have in the grave, if this is so, is an imposter, and those children are not Michael Jackson's, number one, which means they're not entitled to anything of Michael Jackson's, if this is so. But you never know. You don't know. This might just be a story, but
they need to put it to rest.
I mean, I do kind of find it funny how through the years he was hiding his face. He was having all these surgeries.
Almost all through the 90s.
Yeah.
He kept his face covered for a good part of the 90s. His nose was completely reconstructed. He had his jawline pulled, which was a terrible job. It looked like he had an ass on his chin. All of a sudden, Michael Jackson had nappy hair. All of a sudden, it went pin straight.
Well, they do have something called the relaxer.
No. His hair is pin straight and soft. You can see it's not processed. All right, and if you also look, the Michael Jackson that passed seems to be taller than the Michael Jackson that did the Billie Jean videos.
I never really noticed that.
Yeah, look at that. If you compare heights, there's a height difference.
Is there?
Big height difference.
Maybe he had lifts put in? I don't know.
No, and him, I don't know.
We'll be right back after this commercial.
YesWeCare.net is a 501c3 charity that provides help to veterans and their families. Please visit YesWeCare.net and donate in any way you can by purchasing our beautiful frame prints or relaxation CDs and DVDs, even smooth jazz CDs. YesWeCare.net. Remember, our troops are on their way home. They need all the support they can get. YesWeCare.net.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tom Dow. We have a multidiscipline practice in Melville and Ronkonkoma, New York, and we treat patients with many, many different conditions, from newborns through geriatric patients with numerous different techniques. There's a technique and a type of treatment for every class of patient. We have them all here. Here's my son Thomas, also a doctor of chiropractic, working on one of our patients' cervical spine. This patient has had chronic neck pain for many, many, many years, has been to a multitude of different practitioners with little or no response. And with our specialized techniques, she has improved tremendously and continues to improve on a daily basis. We have two practices, one in Melville and one in Ronkonkoma, New York. We are a multidiscipline chiropractic office. What that means is we have chiropractors, massage therapists, acupuncturists, psychologists, all working as a team and a network of outside professionals such as orthopedists and neurologists that we work hand in hand with to help determine what your injuries are and the best way to treat your injuries. I have the great pleasure of having my son in practice with me. We work hand in hand, father and son, to give our patients the best care possible, and a staff which is loving, caring, and you'll never have to wait at all in our office for service. Many times patients come into our office and they have what's called a soft tissue injury. Soft tissue injuries are like scars inside your body. If you've ever been cut on the outside of your body, you get a scar. The same thing happens inside of your body to your muscles and ligaments. So our job is to determine where those are, stretch the muscles, adjust the vertebra back into their correct position, and then refortify the normal structure with exercise. That's what we do best, and I hope someday you'll come see us at one of our two offices. Thank you.
Remember the other day I was sitting there telling you about that lady that was bumped from a
The
flight?
airline?
Yeah, they got her on the news now. Oh, excuse me. The Freeport lady, she's got stage 4 cancer. And on Saturday, she was bumped from her flight. That her colleagues
Right.
from work and stuff, they raised money for her and her family to go on a cruise. And they bumped her from the flight to go on this cruise. And she stopped her chemo and the whole 9 yards and everything else. And they were supposed to go to Fort Lauderdale Saturday, and they were going to leave on the flight on the cruise on Sunday. And then JFK sat there and gave her an all-inclusive 5 days in Dominican Republic, all right, to leave the other morning. Guess what? They canceled the flight. This poor lady doesn't know how much longer she's got. And they keep canceling it from her. It says rescheduling the trip isn't easy for the family. 2 of Mars's sons headed back to college this week, and the third to high school. The family is now hoping to reschedule the cruise and the flight for the summer. But God forbid. You know what I'm saying?
That's terrible.
There's something on your nose.
That's yeah.
I mean, this is crazy.
The world is crazy. Here, look at this. A woman in Florida, all right, talk about crazy, was busted to a new CSI tactic called the chin print.
What?
Dana Van Weenie of Boca Raton had jumped out of her car after drunkenly crashing and tried to claim she was not behind the wheel. Cops, however, spotted what looked like her chin print in the soft foam of the steering wheel. Then they saw the wound on her chin and decided to bust her for DWI.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Weird but true. Look at this. Three cattle rustlers tried to put, in Malaysia, stuffed 3 full-size cows into a Toyota Corolla and tried to get away.
How the frick are you fitting one cow?
They're able to get 3 in there.
Yeah, okay.
And the beauty of it is the back of the car was dragging. That's how the cops found them.
How did you get 3 cows in a Toyota Corolla?
A Toyota Corolla.
Bullshit.
I can't get 2
Give me
people
a
in the
break.
backseat of a Toyota Corolla.
We had one, remember?
That's what I'm saying.
We were barely able to fit any of our kids in there.
And they were little.
Yeah.
That's just, I don't.
Yeah, it was a good car till the both boys smashed it.
Yeah.
Assholes.
Like 2 geniuses.
Oh, we're going to sit in the car and we're going to listen to the radio.
Yeah,
next thing I know, it's in the next block.
Smacked into a
into
pole.
a pole because somebody said they could sit in my car.
Well, I was for you to keep them quiet.
Oh, yeah, kept them quiet.
2 kleptomaniacs.
Fucking
All right,
moron.
here's a first. Denver. Officials say Denver Lee St. Clair, 58, of Oklahoma, was suffocated by an atomic wedgie. You know what that is? Oh, yeah. When his stepson yanked his underwear over his head after a booze-fueled argument, asphyxiation caused by the elastic underwear band was the official cause of death. How hard did you yank that man's underwear that you were able to get it over his head without tearing it?
Dude, you killed the man.
Right, you killed him and then put underwear on his
Come
head.
here. Let me try that.
No, this is an atomic.
No, let me
man.
try it and see what happens.
There is no. I'm lucky I get my underwear up to my fucking belly, much less over my head.
No, you've gotten them up to here before.
Yeah, when they're a size 9X. I would love. We gotta see someone who has a dummy, and I want to put a dummy out here and see if we can do an atomic wedgie. See how many of us it will.
How
take.
big was the man?
Well,
How big
this
was
is
his
an average size
underwear?
guy.
Itch.
You know, that's. That's just nuts. I can't imagine getting so mad, pulling someone's underwear so far over their head that I kill them. That's funny. That is just so funny. I get such a kick out of the garbage that you read.
Wait a minute. What do you mean that I read?
No,
Sitting here reading a magazine.
I said that.
No, that
no,
you read, you said.
No, that everybody reads this nonsense. Korean
Oh,
Justin
the
Bieber.
7th to the 6th is Bike Week in Daytona.
Of what?
March. Aren't we supposed to be going with my brother?
Yeah, I'd like to go to Daytona.
I don't know. I know we're going in. Well, when are we going? I don't know.
I need to get away. I'll take Daytona.
We just got away in November.
I need to get away. I'll take Daytona.
Ooh, look, some ugly people I know.
Yeah, aren't they a good-looking crew, huh?
No. This is cool. I like when I see stuff like this.
Oh, for Jesus Christ. Are you kidding me?
But Jesus Christ.
Lord,
I'm finished talking
no,
about
wait,
something.
wait, because you're not going to believe what this says, my horoscope. This is the best horoscope I have ever gotten because this is such a crock of shit.
Yeah.
You
Does
ready?
it mean you're going to get a BJ today?
No.
I know that.
Watch this. You will gain more by doing less today. Either cut back on your workload or get friends and colleagues to help you out. Better still, do both and put your feet up. There is no cosmic law that says you have to do anything at all.
What does mine say?
Are you kidding me?
Mine says, are you kidding me?
No, really, come on. Do you believe that? I don't believe
No.
that. All things are possible. You feel in your bones that you can take on the world and win. And you're right. You can, but why make a battle of it when you have the charm to get what you want without a struggle? Or is it that or is that what you enjoy?
Do you read much?
Not really.
This I like. This I truthfully like because they got me cooking eggs.
Why don't you put it up so that people can see? Am I right or am I wrong?
Well, we usually don't say the name of it, but me and Paulie are involved with an organization that's a family motorcycle club.
Family-oriented
Motorcycle club. And
we are the white bread of the biker world.
we try and do a lot of fundraising or benefits or whatever people can go out there. I mean, simple things.
Right.
I mean, if somebody needs help, we try and do it. We get involved with the little boy, Matthew's
Wish. We're
which
involved with Safe
he'll
Haven.
be passed away 3 years. 3 years as of January 16th. So Matthew will be gone 3 years as of January 16th, and we get involved with him with the toys with Christmas and whatnot or whatever. But one thing our club does do, and one thing our club does do is we help the vets. There's a veterans home in Yaphank, and I can't see, I'm blind today. And it's right on Mill Road. And what it is, it's a home where they have homeless vets that are there, and they help them with services and whatnot or whatever. It's a very small place.
Yeah.
But I think, what do they have, maybe 50 people there?
About that.
About that.
50, 60.
And it's in the community of where we are. So we started this last year that we would go down Thanksgiving morning, and we would make them breakfast. Well, this is a tradition with us that every Thanksgiving morning we go and we make them breakfast. Well, we are in the magazine with the vets,
Let's.
and they have me and Raina and Angel cooking, and Mama making bacon, and they have this little dog in its coat and everything. You can't really see because it's small, but they have the picture of the vets, and it's just the most simplest thing
I'm gonna see which camera.
that I find.
This camera.
The other one. The other one. Don't turn my thing.
No, I'm turning that
It's
for
the
a
most
reason.
simplest thing that we do. And you can see me and the fat man
That
right
is
there.
me all the way to the right.
And me.
Kids. That's our crew. That's me, Raina, Angel, Annie. Who else was
Bobby, Mama, Ron,
there? Yeah, Ronnie Hunt, my longtime friend of
and
30 years on
the
left.
residents of the home there.
Right. And a few
So-
of the residents are right there.
See, if you go in closer, you could see me and you. Put it closer.
Well, that's why I'm trying to.
Go ahead. No, I'm saying you could go closer to me and you. Oh, my own. Paulie,
I can't find this.
go down. You are so brave. You know what?
Hey, there we are.
Go over to the
There
right.
we are with Angel.
See us right there, me and you.
Is that Johnny Breeze with us?
No, can you just bring me back the magazine? Thank you.
There we
You are so annoying when you have
There's
it.
our
Paul,
package.
I'm going to beat you. Bring
Wait,
me the
hold on.
magazine.
You see that? The one guy to the left, right there at the very edge. It's Ronnie Hunt. Stay warm, fuel. Ronnie.
Paul, you're really annoying.
Well, I had to get that picture of Ronnie in there.
Paul,
And
I'm going to beat you today. No, I sit there and I say something normal, and you got to be like, "Nyeh."
because I really had a hard time because I'm trying to look at it and steer it at the same time. You dick.
I don't have one. But
You
anyhow,
act like one.
we sit there and we try and
We try to help as many
the
people
most
out as
simplest
possible.
things. So
You
when we
know?
get recognized in a magazine, it really makes me feel good. But over here it says to donate items to the vet's home. It's 924-8088. They can always use stuff. Socks, shirts, pants, whatever. Toiletries, all kinds of stuff. But, put a smile on someone's face once in a while. Right?
Yeah, you gotta. I feel good when we do, especially Matthew's Wish. I freeze my ass off.
Well, they have,
But
okay,
it's
there's
well
something
worth it.
going on with Matthew's Wish, and I was going to talk to you about it. I got to go back onto my Facebook. January 16th is when Matthew passed away. Matthew had cancer. He was a little boy, he was 13 years old, and you know that. But they're asking if I could find it, because I'm brain dead. Here it is. It's the 3rd anniversary of Matthew. On the 16th, they're asking whoever is involved or whoever knows anything to if they could wear blue and yellow for Matthew that day.
That's Matthew, right?
That's Matthew.
Cute little kid.
And that's what it's all about. And it's sad, but this little boy's heart and wishes are being continued by his family and many friends.
The fire department, the
Brentwood?
Brentwood Fire Riders, Brentwood Fire Department, International, the Brotherhood of United Bikers International, Suffolk County. There was just so many organizations that want to get in and get involved, and we really want to push this for this kid. And this is really sad because I've been thinking about this for weeks.
Yep.
Since I wanted to start off the new year right. There's a couple of things I want to do this year.
Okay.
One of them is to get more people involved in Matthew's wish. Even if one time we can make his wish come true, or we can actually fill a tractor. Okay? Okay, so I'm reaching out to any organization because it's a year-long thing. It's going to take us all year to fill a tractor trailer full of food, toys for these children. I've also noticed that we need to do coat drives.
Yeah.
Because there are so many people out there, including myself.
You want to know what I just saw actually
what
on
is
the
it?
wait, hold on the news yesterday?
What?
There was a gentleman, I just glimpsed at it. I really didn't get to see the whole thing. That actually went out and he was in Farmingville at the 7-Eleven there, giving coats and coffee to the immigrants that were there trying to work, to trying to keep them warm. That all this stuff was donated by a lawyer.
Really?
Yeah. I think that's awesome. I mean, I understand, but even in the freezing cold, man, they're out there. They're busting their asses trying to make money for them families.
I understand that, but my thing is I want to do this year, I want to do it and start in September. I want to start a coat drive.
Okay.
Because, and like I was saying, me, myself, all I really own is a leather jacket, sweatshirts, and thermals.
You already got a coat now?
Now I have a coat. Someone went out and brought me a coat, which was really a great gesture.
You're wearing it a lot, too.
I was freezing my ass off all the time. I was dressed in layers of
But you
thermal.
want to
I'm
know
an
what? You
old
could have went and bought a
school
coat
biker.
anytime you wanted.
I understand, but I'm an old school biker. I'd rather put on a thermal, a sweatshirt, and then put a flannel shirt on top of it and a pair of gloves to beat the
All right.
weather.
Let me put it this way.
But my
Hold on.
brother-in-law went out for Christmas and bought me a beautiful
I
coat.
sat there. We went looking for coats the other day.
Yeah, now
and
we
I
realize
never-
she doesn't have
Hold
one.
on. I never, ever wear a coat, do
Right,
I?
neither do I.
And I actually the other day sat there and said, listen, I think I really need to go get a coat. But there's none out there.
Yep.
We went to Burlington. We went to none that I like. But that's all right. I'll just
But-
layer it. But you're right. We people need to go out and do more for the community and for people. I mean, the simplest things of going through your cabinets and taking all your old food and taking it to a church,
Right.
Helps. And we do a lot of that, but well, how about this?
You know,
I got somebody who's watching, and I love her. And
was
that's
that
your favorite.
Chowla?
Yeah, Chella.
Hi, Chella. Hi, good morning.
just sat there
Chella,
and said-
Chella, Chella, Chella.
Hold on!
Chella, Chella, Chella.
She
Stop.
just sat there and said that the body shop will partner with us on doing a coat drive.
Beautiful. Chella, while I have you.
Oh, God. I shouldn't have said nothing.
Chella, did you watch, what was that, A&E last night? What was it? What channel was that?
Oh, my God, 28.
Channel
TLC.
TLC. Chella, Chella, Chella.
Chella.
Chella, Chella, I'm all excited. Body mechanic. You know what? We're in a gray area here, girls. We're in a gray area. That woman is douching herself.
It's not douching.
Listen to me. She's douching herself with an enema 4 times a day.
Sometimes 9.
Up to 8, she said.
She's up to 9.
All right, now this lady is
And a husband.
coffee dumping her bowels 8 to 9 times a day. The husband's up to 4 times a day. As soon as I saw it, I'm sorry, I immediately went to the mechanic because he's claiming there's nothing, that this is a legit thing. It's good for you, being a bob, makes your liver work, makes your colon work. This lady went to the doctor, and according to the doctor,
He said if the chemicals in the coffee because she's doing it to an extreme.
to an extreme. You really need to tell people on Saturday not to take it to this extreme, that there are actual complications.
Well, Chella and the body mechanic, they're not saying do it 9 times a day.
No, but they need to clarify because these people are taking it over the edge. And now I spoke to the mechanic, and he was saying, like, it should be organic. And these people are going to, like, Stop
Did
and
you
shop.
see that? They're sitting there looking at all the different beans and talking about how each one of them has a different effect on them and how they
Right.
like a fine ground. Dude, I mean, I understand it's healthy and I understand where the Body Shop is sitting there
Right,
saying,
it's healthy
and I
to a certain
understand that
degree, like
100%.
anything else.
But they give you the proper way of doing it,
Well,
and they
that's why
tell
I'm
you
saying the mechanic
the right
really
ways.
he really needs. I teased Chella and the mechanic about this all the time, but this is a serious problem.
Oh yeah,
Because it needs to be addressed. Because when I spoke to the mechanic said to me, "You really kind of got to watch what you're doing," and he was saying organic. And I'm not being a smartass. Please don't take this to anybody that's watching this. That it should be a light roasted and organic. These people that they showed you last night are actually going to Stop and Shop or an A&P or.
well, the doctor also sat there and says by constantly
You lose the ability to have a bowel movement.
putting this, not only that, but constantly inserting this in the rectum is affecting them also. But he also sat there and says, if you don't do this, you wind up getting constipated, you wind up this, you wind up that. He's saying you can eat foods that'll do the same thing.
Yes.
But the
But what
way
he
they
was saying
were.
to her is that from chronic enemas, she can actually lose the ability
To function.
to have that bodily function of going to.
But Chella and the mechanics sit there and they explain the proper way of doing things. But there's some crazy people out there that.
Right. Some of these people, mechanic, are taking it, and you guys really need to address this, even on your radio show, on your TV show, because more and more people are popping up with this, and you see this, and it's just like phenomenal. How far is someone willing to take health benefits to what risk, to what level, to what
You want to know that? You want to know? Me, to the extreme of health issues, of weight issues. How many surgeries have I had for weight issues? And look at me now.
Right, and there's really not much of a change, and these supposedly have dramatic change people's lives in a matter of months.
That's it. People sit there with the surgeries. And again, I sat there again thinking, well, maybe if I do this, it'll change things. But technically, I'm going to be doing the right thing because I'm going to be doing the mechanic and Chella are going to be helping me along the way to learn the health way of doing it instead of going to the extreme way of more surgeries.
It's like, all right, here's a perfect thing. My boys all lift. They're all bodybuilders. They all take care of themselves. My Anthony met Jay Cutler, and Jay Cutler said he likes the notoriety. He likes the idea that he has a beautiful body. He says, but it is damaging to his body.
Because he's got to keep it up.
Not
to sit there
not only does he keep it up. When he's in competition, he's at 300 pounds, 275 pounds. The guy is only 5'7". Yeah, that's a spark plug. Do you know what pounding his knees and his,
look at the weight. No. I'm just saying.
Right, I'm someone that took care pretty well.
I'm looking at this.
I'm
just saying.
I let myself
no, that's
go.
not what I'm saying. You're 250 pounds,
Right.
and you're 5'9".
Yeah.
He's 2 inches smaller. Yes, he's cut and he's muscular and everything else.
But
what I'm trying to say is you're 250 and you're having a total situation where you can't handle the weight.
I'm having a knee breakdown and stuff.
All right? Because of the weight on you.
I just feel miserable.
So like you said, can you imagine the weight on him at 300
I can't
pounds?
imagine putting on another 50 pounds of mass and then just trying to function through the day. All right? Now, he said it. He took his body to the max. He can't get no more out of it. He told my Anthony he's getting ready to retire. He's going to start losing his body weight. He's going to start dropping body weight. He's going to start spending less time in the gym. He's going to try to be more normal. He's going to try to be normal. But he said it's going to be hard for him because he's abused his body through bodybuilding, which is something that was supposed to take care of his body.
Well, that's something that worries me about the boys, too, because they're 23 years old, and what they put their bodies through is
7
ridiculous.
years.
What's going to happen when they're in their 30s? how is
Well-
their body going to be? How is their body going to be crying?
My Vinny now
But people,
has,
like you say, take things to the extreme,
Right.
which started out with taking the coffee enemas to an extreme.
yes, we are. My Vinny religiously worked out 6, 7, 8 hours a day, 7 days a week. And now Vin, it's Florida.
Good morning,
Now-
you're on Madhouse TV.
Good morning, this is Charlotte from Better Show TV. How are you today?
Hi,
Good,
baby.
how are you, Mama?
I'm on top of the world. I heard your concern about the fanatics out there.
Yes,
Oh.
it really is a scary concern because the wife, when you watch it, you're not sure if she's doing it for like a shock value, like in order to get on TV, or is she actually getting a health thing out of it. And the doctor that spoke to her explained to her about perforating the lower intestines, about
Right.
ingesting other caffeine through the colon, through the walls of the intestines. And he said
Yeah.
it's a concern. And he said also a big concern is that she can lose the ability to actually lose that function of going to the bathroom. Is that
Yeah,
possible?
That's absolutely right. You know, with everything, with every behavior, there's always people that take it to the extreme.
Yes.
Oh, they
And-
took it to the extreme.
That's not what we advocate. We advocate doing it in moderation.
Well,
Uh,
that's why when she said she was talking to you, I said, oh my God, because people get an idea or get like you put out information and then they run away with it like wild people.
Right.
And I know that you have the radio show, you and the mechanic, and you have the TV show, and it's good to educate people not to go to the extreme because nobody's telling them what a cutoff point is. What is, and it's scary.
You let her speak?
Go ahead.
I'm glad. Go ahead, Annie.
No, go
Go
ahead,
ahead.
Ma. I just told him to shut up.
Because I'm worried.
Yeah, I hear you. We'll mention it this weekend when we come on the air. But, Paulie, that's with everything. There's always someone that wants to go above and beyond, overdo things. You know, they may get a great reaction, a great feeling from doing it, and they just want to, go above board.
Can I ask you, I really wish you would have watched that show last night because it almost seems that she's getting like, how can I put it without being perverted? Like almost like she's getting almost like a sexual rush out of it.
Yeah, she probably is. She probably
To
is.
do it 8 times a day, and that's every 3 hours.
Yeah, that's pretty sad.
And, there's got to be there's more to that than meets the eye.
Right, I agree with you. Absolutely.
They put these people out there on these TV channels, and then they want to know why is everybody psychotics?
Ma, can you hold on 1 second? We have another call.
Absolutely. I hope it's a body mechanic.
Hold on.
So do I.
Good morning, you're on Madhouse.
Hi. Is this Alicia there? Chella?
No.
No, she's on the
other
phone.
line.
She's on the other line?
Yes.
Yes.
What's wrong? Is something going on? This is body mechanic.
Yeah, we were hoping you were going to call.
Hey, what's up?
We watched something last night on Channel 28 about people who are doing the coffee enemas.
Right.
The lady's doing 8 to 9 times per day, and her husband's doing 4 to 5 times per day, every day.
Right.
And it's now their children have been affected by it because now the children have fears and concerns. But these people, and I said this on our show, that I had spoke to you when you said you should use organic, and there were ground rules. These people are going to Stop and Shop and grinding, hazelnut and all these different coffees.
Yeah.
And I actually have a fearful concern, especially being now that 20 million people, 5 million people, whatever the number is, have seen this. And it's now a broadband thing where
they're not getting the right
they're
information.
not getting the correct information. And I know you and Chella do it, and you guys are the base of our information for this. And I think it's kind of be like an advisory to these people that there has to be some sort of boundaries need to be set.
So they're on, what, do they have a show or something?
No.
They were actually, it's a show on TLC called My Strange Addictions.
Right.
And last night they showed the wife that she explains, and they had them laying on the bathroom floor and like watching TV as they're doing it and playing on their phones.
Doing crossword puzzles.
Yeah, just sitting there chilling, like doing this. Like she said she started out 4 times a day, and sometimes she does it 9 times a day. And she got her husband to do it, and they just enjoy doing it so much. And, you know, they go to the store and they pick out which coffee beans they want to grind, because which ones make it feel different. And it's just very weird. You know, it's just like, where is the cutoff? Where you shouldn't be doing this? That doing it 9 times a day or 4 times a day is not proper. There's something wrong there, because you're going to hurt your body.
Yeah, well, they have, when they're doing, I know when people are very sick, to clean the body, they're doing they're doing it 6 to 7 times a day.
Okay.
When you have cancer, because that's the fastest way to get toxins out. How do the people look? Do they look healthy?
They're
Extremely
fine.
healthy.
They're perfectly fine.
Yeah.
She started
Yeah.
doing it because she had some stomach issues.
Right.
Right, but her stomach issues are gone.
Yes, they've been gone for years, and now it's just escalating and escalating.
Right.
And now her children, her oldest son is like, Ma, I'm really worried because you don't leave the house. You and Dad don't go on
Oh, yeah.
vacations. All you're doing is laying on the floor every 2 hours, cleansing yourselves. And now the son feel that it has become such an obsession that it actually has is interfering with their lives.
You know what it is? It's because when they introduce coffee to the colon, it actually circulates. I mean, caffeine, of course, goes into the bloodstream. But the deal is, the main constituents, as far as the detoxification route, it's just between the colon and the liver. And every time they do it, they clean their liver. It's a form of blood dialysis. Now, another amazing thing about it is that there are people who've been doing coffee enemas 4 or 5 times a day for 7, 8, 9 years, and there's been no side effects. There is no negative